We join our group on the verge of something horrible. Clementine and Rosalina flailing about underwater, while Alexander rescued Olive from the depths, brought her onto shore, but found that Olive was not breathing. He tried to perform CPR with what he had learned in the Muggle world, but saw no reaction from Olive. We see Alexander struggling on the shore as Olive lies motionless.
I have another thing I'd like to try. I roll Olive over onto her side, and then I cast Stelius.
Can you explain what that spell does?
It's a hex that causes the victim to sneeze for a short period of time. It's normally used in dueling to distract the opponent, but I'm figuring any sort of expelling of anything and forcing air to move is the way to go. That might work. Second
Alexander, try to cast a spell, please. An 11. You begin to cast the spell. There's no reaction from Olive.
I quickly rush to the edge of the water to see if I can see the light from down below. To see if they're coming.
There's darkness in the water. The surface of this, what appears to be a sort of lake that looks unfamiliar to you. Dark, but moving, as if there is something churning within it.
Well, I saw them like holding hands on my way up, so I know they're connected. So I'm going to do my best to help them up by casting Accio Pocket Mash. And I just imagine the mashed potatoes in Rosie's pocket and hoping it just catches her robes and helps pull them up.
Please attempt to cast the Accio spell. You have a -2, but you can roll your relationship with Rosie.
Okay, then that would just even it out. So I'll just roll it normal from my spell bank.
10. Cast the spell. The camera flies out over the lake. Plunges underneath the water. Deeper and deeper. And deeper still. The murky depths of the water surround Rosalina and Clem, struggling for breath, struggling to find a direction to swim. They look around, curious, feeling helpless. Rosie, you start to feel this tugging on your pocket. You've got Clem's hand in yours. going to ask?
If I was conscious enough to be holding on to Clem's hand, so that's all I wanted to know, but you answered my question.
Yes. You feel this tugging on your pocket. Your robe starts to lift up in one direction. You're looking around frantic. You see Clem struggling as well. What do you do?
He's not strong enough to pull me if I'm also holding Clem.
I don't think you know, but it appears that your robe is being pulled in a direction.
I think that I'm just going to... I think I'm just gonna have to hold on to Clem and hope that it's strong enough to pull us to the top, because I'm pretty injured, so I don't know if Rosalina would be able to manage much more. She's also in the middle of a panic attack, so...
Okay. It's all too much for you. You're struggling. You see your robe trying to lift. You're hoping that someone will save you. Something will save you. And in the darkness of the water, you see large, dark shapes moving. With each movement, it seems like your body and Clem's get pushed forward and backwards as you struggle to hold on to every breath that you have. And while you're struggling to hold on to that breath, while you're struggling to figure out what to do, you see this ominous dark shape moving closer and closer to you. You think you see a large eye moving nearby. The camera moves up out of the water. Alexander, you are on the shore. Nothing is coming.
Do I feel like the resistance on my wand, though?
Yes.
I don't know what to do. I turn back to Olive.
When you turn back to Olive, you see the small area near the shore of the lake. Beyond the shore, you see a copse of trees, small. And inside that copse of trees, you see a shining light. It appears to get close to Olive.
I put my wand. Don't hurt her.
Your friend is hurt.
Can you help?
As the light gets closer, you begin to see a familiar-looking shape. It looks like the shape of a horse.
I'll point my wand away. You Dave?
Friend Hagrid calls me that.
Yeah, he told us about you. We saw you when you hurt. Are you okay? You looked hurt before.
I have been trapped here.
Us too, I think.
The light begins to resolve into the horn atop the unicorn Davilar's head. He's approaching Olive.
Can you help Olive? She's really good witch. If you can make her better, she can help us get out. I tried my things, but it didn't work. I have some friends in the water too.
I will try.
Okay, I'll keep watch, and I run back to the edge of the water again and just look for signs of the other two.
As you rush to the edge of the water, you see the water frothing and moving. And suddenly, you see a huge tentacle burst forth from the water. Massive. It rises up into the air, and hanging on to the tentacle, you can see Rosalina and Clem. As bursting forth from the water is the giant squid from the Black Lake.
Miss Squid, you're okay, that's good. Bring them down to me, I'll catch them. Or
The squid lowers its massive tentacle, and you see a very wet-looking Rosie and Clem splash to the shore.
let's go. Are you okay? Are you okay?
Did you see that? That's a pretty cool squid friend right there.
She's a great friend. Clem, are you okay? Can you? I can't hear you.
Yeah. Yeah, I am.
Okay. Okay, good. You stay here and check on Olive. I respect
What?
you, Olive.
Is Olive still unconscious?
You see the unicorn bending down by Olive, but she's not moving.
Well, I tried CPR and I tried to make her sneeze with a spell, and
I run, probably tripping in the ground, and then kneel by her. I would also like to try CPR if I can.
Davilar begins to speak in your head. Please, let me try.
Okay.
Stand back, Clem.
I stand back.
You see Davilar incline his head, kneeling and bending the tip of the horn down to Olive's chest. There's a bright flash of light.
Please work, please work, please work.
And you see the light expand outwards. And with a violent cough, Olive expels the water from her lungs.
I kneel down and
okay?
just pat her back. You okay, Olive? You okay?
Olive? What happened?
You stopped moving in the water, so I got you out, and then Dave came and helped you.
I think Dave did magical CPR on you.
The unicorn CPR.
Hey.
Saved your life.
Olive kind of reaches her hand up towards the unicorn's snout to kind of like let him sniff a little bit. Dave, we found you. you.
So I think we might. So we need to be careful because the dragon could be around too and might not be happy, and other things that might be less happy than Dave and Miss Squid. Hi, Miss Squid, by the way.
Yeah, hey,
Totally.
I think while you're talking, Rosalina's gonna go around to everyone and she's gonna start assessing you. She's like, how hurt are you? What's hurt on you? Are you good? Alex?
I'm okay. I got it. I'm just a bit. I'm okay.
Okay, Clem? What hurts? Clem, I can't hear. Cough out the
I'm
water.
not feeling so hot, but I think I'm okay.
Okay. Olive?
No, I don't feel well at all.
Okay.
I think I hurt something in... I don't know how, but something
it's
doesn't
soggy,
feel
but
right.
you're just gonna have to eat this, okay? And she's gonna put a really wet cookie in your mouth and succeed on her treat wounds move per day. What is the thing that is most injured on you?
Probably my injury. Probably my body.
I didn't know if you had multiple conditions.
Just the one thing.
Correct. Probably the injury. Okay, then that is what I'm gonna heal on you.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
I'm sorry, I tried to get you to as well. I tried to accio your pocket mash to pull you up, but I don't think I accioed hard enough.
I think that I thought that maybe I was half asleep like in a fever dream, and I thought that my mash was coming to life, so I'm glad to know that was you.
Yeah, I got all of it. I couldn't trust that I could get back in and get you both, and I had to try and take care of all, so I didn't. I'm sorry.
Alex, you wouldn't have been able to get us. We were so deep in the water. I wasn't sure we were gonna make it.
Where are we?
I think we're in that bag. You know, you said he put the thing in the bag. I think he's keeping everyone in the bag. I think we're in a big bag.
You are not safe here.
Well,
This place is very dangerous.
You're not safe either.
That's also true.
Can we all escape together?
I don't know.
Oh, I found something. It might be a clue or something that has to do with this place. I saw it in the water. And Olive is still like super like, I think her hand is like, she has little half moon imprints in her palm where her nails were digging into her hand from where she grabbed that necklace. Do you think it has to do with getting out of here, or maybe it's cursed, or a charm, or
Can I see that, actually?
just be careful in case it's dangerous.
It's mine. I lost it in the water. Guess it came off. Sorry, it was not a clue. I open it up, and I show her that inside it's just one half is a picture of my dad, and the other half is a picture of my mom. See, it's just a normal muggle thing.
That's not a normal muggle thing, Clem.
It's a special muggle thing.
yeah, it's not a clue, but it's a key to your heart.
It's something
I'm
we would
glad
have
you
wanted
caught
to
that,
grab anyway, so... Good job, Olive.
Thanks, Olive.
Thank you for saving me, everyone. I don't really remember what happened, but
I was in the neighborhood and just...
You live underwater next to the squid.
I was just checking out places I wasn't sure yet, and there's
Hey,
Olive.
I have a question. Wait, hold on. Can you lean in? I have to ask a really important question. I think I named the squid, but I can't remember its name.
No, we haven't named squid. We're going to let the squid choose her name when we find her.
Then the
again,
squid went
remember?
missing. That's good.
Yeah.
All right, Faith.
We did.
Okay.
We found out that she was a lady squid.
I'm really excited she's alive because I thought maybe somebody turned her into sushi or something, and that wizards were just the worst.
Okay.
Dave,
Yes?
do you know your way around the inside of this handbag?
I know parts of it. There
Do you
are
have-
some very strange things here.
Strange. How, though?
These places should be larger. There is magic here. There are strange creatures I have never seen before.
Okay.
Are they dark in nature?
I don't understand.
Do they
Generally
accidentally do bad things?
Cause
By accident.
harm, mainly.
Without their knowledge, it's not their fault.
There was one, maybe 2 or 3.
Well, we know one's probably the bunyip, and that's back.
Yeah,
And
the
the
Blowakas.
And
I'm
then
not
maybe
sure
the
you
dragon.
remember.
I
Dragons
only
aren't dark.
know of one other creature that attacked me in the forest.
What was it? Do you remember what it was like?
It looked like a giant skeleton.
Oh no.
A giant skeleton. Do you remember what it sounded like?
Like bones?
I don't know, but it could vanish from my sight.
That
Do
one
I-
was
can
in
I-
The Dark Creatures book. I read about that one.
Yeah. Can I roll for that information?
This sounds to you like a Gasha Dokuro.
Oh. Sounds like a
think it
Gasha
was-
Dokuro.
I couldn't remember the name, just that it was a big Japanese skeleton thing, I think, in Japan. Well, that's not
What-
good.
what do they-
Okay,
What do
we
they
don't.
do?
Let's not think that far. Just
Okay.
Well, they're
Scary
giant
things.
skeletons, and they're like 15 times larger than a person, and they have invisibility. They're indestructible, and I think it was something like a certain charm is used to ward them off. A Shinto charm. I don't know if anyone knows that by any chance. It might be a Japanese charm.
does it
haven't
mean a
learned it
charm
yet.
as in a muggle charm, or as in
I think no. I think
A spell
maybe a
charm?
spell, less a Japanese spell. Yeah, maybe.
I don't think we've studied it at Hogwarts.
And I
we-
don't know anything that we could do to fight it.
Well, so let's not fight. Let's just escape. Let's bust out first. So, busting out of magical spaces.
I can show you where the wizard comes from.
Yes, yeah, yes, please
Yeah,
show me where the
please.
wizard goes.
Yeah.
Where the wizard feeds us.
Is he kind to you?
Is the food good?
He is strange.
Does he talk to you at all?
Yes.
What does he say?
He often says that we will be of great use.
See, that's the thing. You shouldn't be used.
No.
So he sounds like a bad person.
Yeah, you're not a paper
We
towel.
already know he's been using the Gloakis for nasty purposes, and he just tried to use the Bunyip as a trap to kill people. So this person isn't a good person, so...
Be ready, everyone. If we're going to where he enters this place, we should be prepared in case he shows up.
Dave, has he ever brought anyone else with him?
There was one other.
What did they look like?
Yeah.
Did they have a stinky attitude?
I think it was a woman.
Did they look like me?
You do look familiar.
All
I
right.
have seen you before, yes.
It wasn't me. It was someone dressed to look like me. So I'm sorry if they did anything to hurt you. I promise I wouldn't.
They did nothing to hurt me. Only that creature did. Some other creatures are here, and they wish harm.
Okay. Well,
Is the
let's
creature
not.
that hurt you mostly just Big Bone Boy?
That is the one that tried to hurt me in the forest, yes.
I wonder if he can swim.
Okay, well, let's just try and find the exit and make our way out. I'm sure I've read a book somewhere about escaping from magical places or something. Or was it magical puzzle book? I can't remember.
Wands at the ready. Okay?
Yeah.
Lead the way, Dave.
It is not far.
I'd like to do, and I read about that for, like magical spaces. See
Sure.
what I can know about that kind of thing. Yeah, I'll just do a standard one for this. I'll save my house benefit just in case. Oh, sweet.
Okay. Can I ask some questions?
Okay, so magical spaces. What does it do?
So there's a lot of different spells that can change the interior of residences, of smaller containers into large spaces. Essentially it's almost like a pocket dimension.
Okay. If I can expand on the is it dangerous part. Is it dangerous to try and dispel one of these spaces from inside of it?
Extremely.
Okay, good. Then that idea is gone. And what does it look like? As in, is there any telltale signs from the inside that you could identify that you're in something like that? Maybe the light bends in weird ways, or shadows or something. Or...
I think it depends on the quality of the construct. So it's a
Okay.
yes and a no on that one.
So there would be telltale signs depending. Okay. Okay. I remember I read a little bit about these spaces. You can do them for all sorts of things. So if we're inside the bag, it's a bad idea to try and like dispel the magical space spell, because there's bad side effects. That might have been in a magical mishaps book, actually.
Oh, okay. Wait. Hey, Dave, can I ask you another question?
Stares at you.
When the woman you speak to speaks, does she sound like me or does she sound like Olive?
I have not heard her speak.
Okay. Does she smell like French fries, Dave?
I don't know what those smell like.
Okay, just trying. Thank you for your time.
Okay.
When we get out of here, we're going to make you the biggest plate of French fries you have ever seen, Dave.
They're super good. You'll
We
really
should
like them.
introduce you at least. We can introduce you to lots of food and can see what you like. Rosie's a great cook.
We should get you out of here.
Not first, yeah. If we look really carefully, if this place depends on how well it's put together, but we might see some signs or something to give us a clue on how to get out with the way the shape's formed. I think there can be like odd bends and I don't know. But keep your eyes open for strange things and strange creatures too, just in case.
Please follow me.
Okay, Dave.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
As you make your way to the copse of trees following Davilar, you can see a lot of trees that look like they belong in the dark forest. You can see those sort of ominous looking shapes and sort of very intense looking trees, like some yew trees, and those trees that sort of give off that very scary, ominous aura. And Dave is walking in between them. And it is very reminiscent of the dark forest, as hoof by hoof, Dave meanders through these trees. You are stepping through them, and there is the sounds of birds and wildlife as the trees begin to change. Things look more normal. And Dave comes to a clearing. You can see birds flittering through the trees. He stops and he says, "This is where I would often see the wizard over the last few days. He placed food on the stump over there, fruit and vegetables and pumpkins."
Did you see where the wizard came from?
No.
Probably not far. He probably wants to just get in and out, so it'll be near here if there is an exit, right?
Can I examine, like, perhaps if there's crumbs or trails of food that he was carrying in? Do like an investigate with my
Sure.
relationship with food?
You can try and investigate. With your relationship with food, no. Wow.
Didn't even need it. I just know about the food.
Wow. What is happening?
I like food. And these are my good rolls on my good skills.
Use your good questions. Then.
Okay. So, you get to ask me some questions from the investigate list. 2 questions.
Oh, that's right. You don't just give me everything I want. Perfect. Okay, hold on. Let me is there anything that's being hidden from me? Like if I'm following the food to perhaps like something.
So, what catches your eye is that you find a, I think you're looking for the food, but there is none. It's whatever food that has been here has been eaten. But as you do a look around through the clearing here, you catch something strange. There is a strange hinge of some kind in one of the trees. One of the large trees that are nearby.
I would like to say that from everyone else's perspective, Rosalina like walks up to the stump and sniffs it and then begins to wander around sniffing viciously. Like a bloodhound.
What's that, girl? You got a scent?
Her butt's up in the air. She's like...
And then before I continue to tell them that there's a hinge, it sounds like something's dying outside my door. Are there any traps?
Yes, there are.
Glad I asked.
So, you see the hinge, and you also see that there is a wire that seems to be placed near the base of the tree. And there is, I think, a feeling that sort of comes over you. The hair on your arms like stands up, and maybe the hair on your head gets a little frizzy as you get close to it.
Okay, nobody move. First of all, there's a hinge on that door. Second of all, no food. Absolutely disappointing. Third of all, there's a trap in front of the door, and it's given me the tinglies. It could be electricity. It could be my disappointment that there's no snacks. I'm not too positive. So I do think it's an entrance or an exit, but I also think that if we touch the wire, we will die. So if somebody wants to come up with a magical solution for that one, it could be useful.
Okay. Let's stop. We have a little time. Let's stop and think. Touching the trap could be dangerous.
Are there any
what if we blow it up?
disarm trap spells?
Well, see, the thing is, the wizard is probably going to come back at some point. There's no food here right now, so he'll have to come back to fill it up. And I say we just wait and then ambush him, and then we escape.
Does that mean we should put a trap of our own?
I'm not good with trapping. I haven't tried it very much.
Isn't that also a kind of trap? Then we'd have two traps to deal with.
Trap.
No, I mean like for us, because he's like a grown, skilled,
there's 4 of us and
like
Dave.
bad guy. Yeah, but I don't want to put Dave in danger.
Dave, how regularly does he come around?
I'm not sure. He was here earlier today, I think. It's hard to keep track of the time.
Right.
The other thing is, if we disarm this trap and then leave through the hinge in the tree, it's most likely that the bag is with the guy anyway, so we'd still have to fight him.
Oh, yeah. He'd be holding
So
us
either
captive.
way, we're going to get in a fight with him, and I say we...
Do it on ground that we plan for.
Yeah.
Okay.
Or we like dash out and try and catch him by surprise, but...
I mean,
That
imagine
is-
like 4 people climbing out of a bag that you're carrying. That could be a little overwhelming. We could literally step on them.
And
Well,
with Dave
no.
jumping out too, it would be a real surprise and we would get a real jump
We
on
could
him.
stab them with their
Okay.
horn.
Dave, I get the feeling Dave's a pacifist, but that's
Yeah.
just me.
Yeah, I just got a little riled up. I'm sorry about that one.
Okay, it's fine. Wait, that's what we need to figure out.
I would like to notice something.
Sure. Can try. A 9. You get to ask me one question from the list.
Is there anyone or anything sneaking around?
I wax smile like that make me nervous.
Yeah, the fact that you have to think about it is concerning to
Back
me.
when.
No.
Oh. That's even worse.
Yeah. I feel more nervous now.
I do, yeah.
So weighing up the options again, if we wait, there's a chance that one of the other creatures could come here and we could run into them. So that's bad for that side. But then if we try to disarm the trap and it fails, we could get zapped by the spell. So that's that on that side.
Yeah, okay, hold on. What if, imagine, he's just one man, and some strange lady. There's 2 of them. There's 4 of us, plus Dave, and a bunch of magical creatures that like us in here, right? The dragon is friends with Hagrid, who likes us. So what if we got, like, an army of magical creatures and waited?
I don't know if we're going to be able to convince the dragon.
Dave, do you know where the dragon is?
I have seen this dragon.
Hey, that's good that he's here.
It's good, yeah.
How does he seem? Grumpy? Nice? Did he try to kill you?
At first, I think it was a she. Seemed very upset.
Yeah. Someone did get into a bit of a I think the wizard took them by force. Did the wizard take you by force? How did you get here? We never really asked.
It was very peculiar. I was running through the forest away from the large skeleton. And then I didn't recognize the trees anymore. It felt strange, like I was being pressed down.
That makes sense. Okay, so are we having a vote for how we're going to handle this, or what?
What do you feel in your gut is the right thing to do?
My gut says go on the offensive, but then my gut also says, what if they're on a broom, flying right now?
Then we figure that out. But I trust your gut.
If we open the door, don't you think we'd be able to take a peek out? Or do you think we'd just fall right through?
I don't know.
Do we think that we can safely disarm the trap?
What if we just stood back really far and we exploded it?
Just throw a stick on it or something?
Oh,
I mean,
yeah, a stick would work.
We could try and use Finiti Incantatum to disarm it.
We could try that, and if it doesn't work, then we could go on the offensive. It would also kind of be a good way to get them to come out, because they'd have to right away. Something tripped there.
But yeah, my only worry is if we don't terminate it properly, we might only terminate it halfway, and then it will terminate itself the rest of the way, and that would be zappy.
Yeah.
And we need to be close-ish to it. We can't really Finiti Incantatum from far away. I mean, it would only have to be one of us, but... So are we going on the offensive? Is that the plan?
That works for me. I trust you.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay, then we should. Well, the thing is, we don't even know how to open the tree.
I can pull on it.
We have a few spells I could try.
We could try opening the door. We could try unlocking. Yeah, okay. All right. Well, we should have our wands ready, and we should try to do it all quickly, I think. So we should try disarm the trap, and then open the door, and then rush through.
I think while they're talking about this, Rosie starts grabbing everybody behind them by their shoulders gently and just waddling them a little further away from the tree. It's like, we could try it, but we're going to try it from back here, everybody, okay?
Okay. Okay. I'll try disarm the trap.
I can try opening the door, and Rosie and Clem, will you be ready in case anything goes wrong?
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Okay, should I have a potion. Should I drink it before we start? To think
What
my
potion is
dragons. It's a dragon scale potion. I figured.
I have one too. I was trying to think that if we were going to get into a fight, I should hold it out for that. But if we're far enough away, like, we shouldn't need it, right?
Well, I'm thinking that it will give the scales, and then if the spell goes off and I only half manage to disarm it, I might be better. And then going into the battle.
I have a question. If it's an electricity wire, if it's an electric wire and electric trap, what if we put water on it? Wouldn't that
Do that from far away.
wouldn't that fizzle it out? Wouldn't that short circuit it? You know what? I'm thinking kind of muggle logic, and this is magic. So maybe perhaps I'm in the wrong.
I'll
You know
just
what?
try
I'll be
disarm the
back over
spell.
here with my wand, minding my business.
It's okay. Okay.
And if he comes out, I can locomotor mortis him.
Good idea, Clem.
Alright, I'm going to drink my perfect dragon scale potion. But I'm going to drink this now, in case I don't have time.
Okay. Also,
Wait.
tell me how it tastes, because I hope it's good.
It's. I'll let you
Fruity?
know later. Let's get to work.
Okay.
I approach the wire
Sure.
that Rosie identified, and
Alex, as you approach the wire, start to feel strange. You had a dragon scale potion in class before. I can't remember how yours went.
it wasn't as good as this one.
This one feels different as you have imbibed it. You start to feel this like weird scratchiness like in your throat. Like you're about to get sick, you know? And then it starts to happen on your skin. And you get kind of, it feels like it traveled out from your throat and started crawling all on your skin. And it's just really, really sort of like itchy. And suddenly sprouting from your skin, we see dragon scales begin to erupt. Brilliant and shining emerald green dragon scales.
That's the coolest thing I've ever seen, Alex.
Okay. Whew. It's an odd sensation. Okay, is everyone ready?
Yeah. Wow, I'm just in awe. What a good potion. Okay, yeah, I'm here. I'm good. Yeah.
Ready, Dragon Alex?
Finite incantatum.
You begin to cast the spell.
Yeah. It's in my spell bank.
Where specifically do you cast the spell?
Over the wire. The tingly wire that Rosie pointed out.
You begin to cast the spell. The wire snaps. Like a whip, it snaps back. Then it snaps forward. Whoosh, 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 whoosh. Flying back and forth, it whips like a steel wire, but with significantly more malleability. It snaps back and forth. It hits the tree, and you can see it tear off portions of bark. And suddenly, it glows and stops and falls limply to the ground.
Ooh, okay.
I think you did it, Alex. I think it worked.
I didn't like that at all.
Okay, I'll take up the front since I have my scales.
Okay.
Should I try to open the door?
I'm ready when you are, Olive.
All right.
Wait, Olive just went through serious stuff. Should one of us open it? Should I open it? Olive, you're better at casting spells. It's probably better if you're taking up the place where you can cast spells. I can open the door.
Being cautious is a good idea. Remember the book was double trapped? We should just check and make sure that the door isn't double trapped as well.
I was planning on standing back and opening it with a spell just so I don't touch it.
Oh.
Right, yeah.
Oh, yeah, okay. Oh, sorry.
Just be careful.
Just... Olive, let's check the door first. Should we check the door first? And then...
If you check for traps, I'll wait.
Okay, yeah. I'm gonna go out to the door and just take a look around and see if there's any other traps at the door, on the door. I shall investigate.
Sure.
A 9, so I get one question. I'm just gonna go with, are there any traps?
No.
Okay, I don't see any traps.
Okay. Standing back.
I'm gonna stand next to you just in case there's a spell trap that I didn't manage to detect. So if it tries to get you, I'll get in the way and block it with my scales, because that should hurt less than it would hurt you, hopefully.
All right.
Okay.
Olive's going to point her wand at the tree, and you said the only thing that makes it obvious that it was a door was the hinges, right? That was what Rosie spotted? Okay. Olive kind of studies her wand arm and says, I'm not sure if a standard unlocking spell is going to work since it's not technically a door. It's technically a passageway made out of a tree. I don't know. It might be risky, but I think I should try to do a spell that focuses more on secret passageways than doors. Is that all right?
Yeah. That
Yeah.
sounds...
I trust you.
Yeah.
Okay. Descendium.
What year is the spell?
That's a year 3 spell.
Okay. That makes things a little bit harder.
It does. But I'm gonna try.
Okay. Olive casts the spell, and Olive, on a 7 to 9, the spell succeeds. There are side effects. Choose 2.
Oof. Okay. I think... Ooh, this one is really tough.
Mm-hmm.
I really want to meta this and go with the things that are the most convenient for us. But I honestly think the thing that makes the most sense is someone or something is alerted to the casting of this spell. Because we are opening a passageway. And that makes me so nervous. That makes me so nervous. But I think that is one of them. And I think, I'm so sorry, y'all. I think one of the other players takes a condition from a partial misfire. I don't think it makes sense for
Can I tank
wand
that
to
with
be
my
thrown
dragon
necessarily.
skills?
You can try to tough it out because of your dragon skills. You have a +1 to tough it out.
Okay.
And
I'm so sorry, Alex.
you had been rolling so well, it couldn't last forever.
Yeah.
Alex,
Yeah.
as this spell goes off, it doesn't hit you directly. But what happens is the door in the tree trunk blasts open, flies completely off of its hinges directly towards you, Alex. The door collides with you. What happens? Because you got a 6 on your tough it out. You're hurt badly.
I think the best one that makes sense is to take all 3 options from the 7 to 9 list, which is unfortunate, but I don't think I would pass out or flee or be severely injured or deeply affected by it. So I'll take an appropriate condition. I think injured makes sense. I got hit with a door. I'm not out of position, put me in more danger. And I lose something important.
Oh no.
Okay, let's take a look at what you got here.
Don't have much on me, really.
Okay. You see Alex hit by the tree trunk door. It looks like a huge piece of bark sort of flown off. Smacks into Alex. He goes flying back down to the ground. You can see his cheese grater-like dragon scales sort of grab furrows out of the ground as he slides along the grass and the dirt in this clearing and slides and comes to a stop.
Alex, are you okay?
Yeah, just knocked the wind out of me a wee bit. Just give me a second. Oh,
Olive rushes over and holds her arms out for him to grab onto.
Yeah, Rosaline is
Thanks.
brushing off the pieces of bark off your body.
I think it worked.
If it's any consolation, your scales looked really cool, like in the ground.
Yeah, you looked like a superhero. Also, can you follow my finger?
Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think we're okay.
All right.
How many fingers am I holding up?
3.
Yes,
good.
good job.
What hurts? She starts prodding your arm.
Just there, and and that part
Okay.
too.
Okay.
Careful,
All right.
careful.
Good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I would
I'll
like
use
to
that
see
later.
I would like to see like what we see from now that the door is off. Like, I
Sure.
turn around and look.
There's basically like this, there was an explosion of like sawdust that sort of blew up from where Olive put too much oomph into the spell. And, you know, you haven't cast the spell before, you maybe read it, and you didn't know how much concentration and magical energy you needed to put into the spell, and you overdid it. And it just, like, blew the door off the hinges. And it was very loud. Like, all of you probably have your ears ringing a bit as it flew off the hinges. But you can see, like there is a staircase inside the tree trunk. A winding spiral staircase.
Is it going up or down?
Good question. It is going down.
Okay.
There's a staircase?
Cool.
We have to
Okay.
be really careful.
I should
would
still
like
be
to-
up front.
Is it? Can I do a Can I do a Vertimilius charm to see if I can see any dark magic or anything?
Well, Vertimilius charm. Will basically emit sparks. It's usually green sparks from the wand. And it can reveal objects hidden by dark arts.
Okay.
You can try and do it.
Yeah. Okay. I would still like to do it.
Okay, an 8 is a partial success. 2 things go wrong.
Oh.
I think a lot of times they don't take the side effects of the spells too seriously, but when we're in this situation, every single choice that they have seems to be harder.
Yeah. So I think I also don't want to meta, and I think someone or something is alerted to the casting of the spell because it's these sparks going into this staircase. And I think the spell has a diminished effect.
Okay. So the sparks get very bright, and there's like a bit of crackling and such that happens as you cast the spell. And it almost sounds like some fireworks going off for a second from the edge, and they just kind of dim a little bit. They're not quite as bright as you're expecting. And your wand is emitting green sparks. What are you doing?
I'm sort of going over the entrance in the area of the entrance of the stairs to see if there's any other sort of dark objects or anything as we go down the stairs. Is the plan.
You sort of hold the wand over the entrance.
Yeah.
Nothing seems to be there, aside from the light of your Vertimilius charm. Otherwise, it's a dark staircase.
Okay.
Everything it looks like it would be made out of the same wood of whatever tree this is.
Cool.
That sounds so pretty.
Okay, I'll head down first since I have the scales.
I think all
Before-
of us been trying to...
Yeah, before we move, I just had a quick question. I have a potion. So above game, I'm wondering if I could use it as part of a treat wounds move for Alex, because I think it might be relevant to the type of condition he has. I have the Vitamix potion, which is supposed to give you a burst of energy and enhance the drinker's reflexes. Seeing as I presume that he's kind of fatigued and slowed down by the damage that he just took in that fall, would the Vitamix potion get him back up to speed to
You
be
can try a
moving
treat
normally?
wounds with your.
Okay, cool.
You'll use up the potion though.
Okay, all right. And do I use my relationship with Alex when I roll?
Yes. A 9. So when you try to treat wounds on a 7 to 9, you choose one from the list.
I think the potion in and of itself is probably the first option. You jerry-rig something to work for a little while. It won't last long. It's not a potion that's normally intended to heal. So I think of it as a bit of a band-aid fix. Like, it won't heal him for long. He'll be set back again once the effects wear off. But just for the duration of that potion, he's back to normal. But we'll probably, if it's possible, game mechanic-wise, when it runs out, I assume the condition would still be present.
Yes.
Okay.
Alex, you basically have your injured condition off for now.
Kill.
But it's probably only going to last a few minutes.
Just hang in there, Alex.
Thank you.
Alex, I should tell you something. I made that potion,
Hang on a minute.
and it did. Yeah,
Great job, Rosie. It really came in handy. It was beautiful work.
yeah. I'm super glad that it's helpful. I did want to warn you that it wasn't a perfect potion. So while you may feel
right.
better, you will be very farty. I'm sorry, Alex.
Sorry, it just came out. I can't.
It's a powerful
Oh.
stench.
Oh, that's okay, Alex.
I'm sorry.
Me
I
too.
still have-
Smells like health. The picture of health.
I still have to go down first, so you're gonna have to deal with
Walk
that.
behind you. Okay.
Yeah, we'll walk behind. It's fine.
Yeah, okay. Just prepare your offensive spells.
Oh no.
Yeah,
And
go on.
Alex will prepare his offensive smells.
Oh my god. Get out.
How long have you had this potion? I've waited so long for somebody to get freaking gas from the Vitamix potion.
Okay, I head towards the door and just look back at everyone. Are we ready?
Yeah.
Maybe.
Yeah.
Just check for traps in the doorway, maybe, as we leave. Right in the stairs. Make sure it's okay.
I've been checking for dark objects and there's nothing here.
Okay.
It's just like stairs. But I'll keep looking as we go down.
Let's go.
Dave, are you coming with us?
I don't think I can fit through that doorway. It's much too small.
Well,
The doorway is sort of half size, right? Like, you all would probably have to duck to fit through it. A normal sized person would definitely have to like bend down to get through the doorway.
well, we'll come back for you. We'll make sure that you get out and get back home.
We'll come back.
Are you going to be okay until we come back?
I have lived for a very long time. I will be fine.
If you need any help, Miss Squid's really nice and she can help you, so just head back down that way.
We'll see you soon, okay, Dave?
Good luck and be careful.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you for saving my life. Thank you.
I can sense the good in people, Olive. I can sense the good in you.
We'll be back soon.
Who's leading
I
the
lead
way?
the way.
What's the order?
Me first.
And then probably me, because I'm using the Rudimilius.
I think I'm probably last.
I'll come after Clem then.
Okay. Alex, you step into the wooden staircase and you begin to head downwards through the trunk of this tree. You continue down and you can see this sort of very bark-like interior throughout the central cavity of this staircase. It's not a big staircase, but it is sort of long and windy, and you You probably cramped as you're walking down. If you've ever been in like those attic staircases that are just kind of like real, like windy and tight, and you just kind of have to hunch like as you're making your way up or down the stairs or what have you. It's like that. You can see the green reflection of the small green sparks that are emanating from Clem's wand as you continue further down into the tree. Eventually, you reach the bottom of the staircase, and it looks like dirt and rock is there, and a dark passageway.
Okay, I think this might be the exit. Proper exit.
Yeah, I start just sort of going around using the Vertimilius charm to see if there's anything in this room.
To be clear, there is no room. It is a dark passage.
Okay.
From the staircase, the bottom of the stairs.
Okay.
Right, so if we're bursting out now, then we need to burst out. Battle cries and wands blazing, I think.
I had an idea.
I'm all ears for ideas.
I have 2 invisibility potions on me that Albus and Scorpius made. If 2 of us use them now, maybe we'd have a bit of advantage if we do walk into some kind of battle, so we can surprise whoever it is, and they won't know that there's 4 of us. Is that
I think Olive and Alex should take it. Sorry, Rosie, but I feel that they're the best at magic, and
Oh yeah, no, you don't have to apologize to me. Yep.
You know, we're scrappy. We can use our fists if we have to.
Potions and like snacks and my wits, so it's fine that I'm bad at magic.
And I can do a mean kick, so yeah.
Okay, so then Olive and I will take them, we'll burst through, and then
I'll try to set off an Expelliarmus to start, and that way, yeah.
Olive and I will get into flanking positions, and we will take them out.
Okay.
Okay. We've got this. And she's gonna pull out the vials from her cloak and hand one over to Alex.
Thanks, Olive. Okay, so...
Cheers.
Cheers.
To S.W.O.F.F.
To S.W.O.F.F.
To S.W.O.F.F and surviving.
See you guys later.
What does the invisibility potion taste like?
I think it tastes like... This is gonna sound weird. The like sheen that's on bubbles that looks like really kind of see-through but kind of not, like that clear kind of rainbowy plastic. I think it tastes the way that looks, and I don't think there's like an actual taste equivalent to that humans would be able to pinpoint. I just know that when Olive drinks it, that's what pops into her head.
There's a lot of 90s candy that I think probably would fit in that category.
Yeah.
But, okay. So.
I don't know, I'm curious if it tastes different to Alex, though. Do potions taste different to different people in the wizarding world? Is that a thing?
Sure, why not?
Oh, I love that.
I love that. Yeah, why not?
I love that. So good.
There's these sweeties that you get called refreshers here, they're like a fizzy sherbety type thing. I think it tastes fizzy sherbety.
That sounds good.
So, almost instantly after they drink the potions.
Oh.
You see them disappear, or don't see them disappear, depending on your perspective.
That's some good camo.
Can I still hear Alex?
You think you can hear them moving around, yeah.
That's not what I meant.
Oh, to be clear. Also, you guys drank the potions.
Mm-hmm.
Your clothing is still visible.
Oh, no. Oh, no.
Oh no?
You ever seen The Invisible Man?
So...
Classic. So we can't see you. But I can see your school robes.
Olive, you're starting to remember the conversation that you had with Scorpius and Albus, and they said that you can drink the potions, or you can splash them on yourself. And if you splash them on yourself, then your clothing can disappear too. It doesn't last as long, but it will hide your clothing.
So here's the thing, guys. You're kind of still wearing clothes.
I'm remembering now.
Sorry.
There were different instructions on how to make our clothes disappear.
Okay, I mean, can we use the dribbles left from the bottom of the vials?
Maybe. I don't think it's really enough, though.
I think probably the best answer is, and I'm so sorry, to take off your clothes.
I'll take them for you. I have them
We
on
can
my
put them on.
Yeah, we'll double up.
Yeah.
Okay, let's just...
How long does that last?
Yeah, let's keep an eye on the time, and if you see us start to flicker in, just throw a sheet.
A cloak right over you.
us, or
Yeah, I would never let anybody see your nudie booty.
Okay, so do we have enough left to make one piece of clothing, maybe at least or two, invisible?
We could try.
Is there like a drop left you could put on like your underwear?
Hopefully.
I'm going to try that. And Olive is just like she takes her robe off, but just you can kind of see like the waistband exaggeratedly get pulled on her skirt, and she's trying to put you see the vial go, and she's just kind of like trying to like smear it on so she can wear a layer of undergarments. I think she wears like a little, like one of those little strappy tank tops the little 12-year-olds wear underneath their clothes, and so she tries putting it on her little tank top and her underwear. And
So you got sort of certain parts of the clothes are invisible and certain parts aren't. Where you like couldn't reach quickly enough, there's bits that are still showing.
okay,
I mean,
Guys,
if
I feel like we can still... Never mind.
I think
okay,
if we
here's
walk
the
in,
deal. Wait, here's the deal. Okay, as soon as you hear us yell, no, don't look, you don't look.
okay, and if we walk in behind Rosie and Clem, visually they'll be looking at the people in the room, and if in the chaos and spells being cast and stuff, it's going to be so hectic they're not going to notice little floating bits of penguin patterns and stuff, you know. They're not going.
Okay.
What?
Can I ask
My favorite
Wack,
piece.
Is there a creature that is invisible, that can become invisible, that isn't this giant bone one? But is there a dark creature that can be invisible that is about the size of a human 12-year-old child?
Let's take a look.
I start stripping down my robes and everything. I'm just gonna
Here's
give
my
them
thinking.
as little visual as possible. If someone could make sure that my robes don't go missing.
Okay, I have an idea. If there isn't one.
You can go ahead and make an I read about that roll.
Okay.
Clem. You can ask me one question from the I read about that list. Or 2 questions from the I read about that list in regards to this.
What does it do?
You don't think there's any other creatures besides the, let's see how horrible I brutalize this pronunciation. The Gashadokuro
Okay.
that can go invisible in that book.
Do I know from... Okay. Well, I feel like... I don't know if I can ask you this. The only information that I have about the Gashadokuro is what you told me, right? Like, there's nothing... Okay. Okay, guys. I have a genius plan. Are you ready?
Okay. Almost.
Always.
Okay, now I'm ready.
We've got two options. One is that you take all your clothes off, and that we hope that we get your time close to you back on time. Or number 2, we pretend that you're baby Gashadokuros, and you make large sounds, and we say that either that we found you in the forest and that you're a new type of creature. I don't know.
I don't think that's gonna work. I'm just gonna go with I hope they don't notice my underwear
Me
running
too.
around, and I try and get as much invisibility potion on my undies.
Worst comes to worst, you get seen, you rip your underwear off, you're invisible again.
I think we should go now.
Yeah.
You hold on to our clothes, be careful with them, and we
can
fight
chuck them
as
on the
hard as
floor
we
as soon as
can.
we get through. Yeah, okay, let's go. I'm ready. I think, okay.
Okay.
Who wants to go first?
I'll do it.
We
Okay,
can
right.
go, the 2 of us can go together, right? Side by
Right
side.
behind
We'll be
you.
behind and we'll split off. Okay.
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 S.W.O.F.F forever.
Swap forever.
Forever.
So this-
How do we get through?
Yeah, there's a passage here that you can see, a long sort of rock and dirt like passage underground, close. If you have claustrophobia, it's probably winding you up a bit. What order are you traveling in?
Rosalina's first. I am assuming Clem's right behind me if it's super close.
Yeah.
And then I don't know how they're...
I think Olive's probably bringing up the rear behind Alex.
Okay. Rosie, you are leading the way. You're just barely in front of Clem, who is green vertimilia sparks are still crackling over your head. As you continue to walk down the passage, this dirt crunching underfoot, like... You can see up ahead that many cavern-like passageways open up in front of you, almost like a network.
How many would you say there are?
More than 10.
Good.
Oh.
Can I notice something to see if perhaps there's any light at the end of any of these tunnels? Or footprints, or...
You can try and notice something.
Well, your response doesn't make me want to try very hard. Well, I notice a lot. I'm noticing so many things. How do we get out of here?
Okay. So, there are so many passages at first. I think that instant panic sets in because you were expecting this to be the way out.
Mm-hmm.
And then you just see so many more options open up to you. and suddenly this like terror is sort of sitting in the pit of your stomach. But one of the ways stands out because there's this goopy, slimy stuff on one of the tunnels. You see this like large bit of slime sort of squish and fall to the ground.
So, what does that taste like, Quack? That slime?
You're gonna taste it?
Yeah, I'm gonna taste. I think Rosalina walks up and she gives it a sniff and then she goes, just a little bit of it. So if I die, y'all.
Horrific. It tastes like dirt, and it tastes like a really viscous sort of film, like a viscous plastic.
Mm-hmm. So I think it may be this way, but also don't eat that slime.
I wasn't going to. Okay, let's just
It's
go.
not a
If it's
food.
wrong, we can
Tastes
check.
like dirt, and so I don't know. It doesn't give me any signals, but we're gonna keep going down this way.
Okay.
You're
Mind you,
going
don't
down the
touch
slime
it.
tunnel.
I am going down the slime tunnel, Whack. Thank you for asking.
Okay. As you travel down this tunnel, Rosie, I'm gonna need you to be quick and quiet.
We haven't like rested at all or anything like that, right? Good. No, good. Yeah. That was a 0 podcast listeners. Not a 1, not a 2, a 0. I'm injured. So I'm actually singing. I decided that I like the way that the slime sounded. So I started to do a little whistle yodel situation.
Okay, that's probably fine.
Rosie.
Shh. Rosie, what are you doing? Rosie, shh.
I like the way the slime sounds.
Oh, okay. Let's keep moving forward.
Yeah, just for no reason. I'm just gonna go ahead and drink this dragon scale potion that I've been holding on to. I'm just feeling a little nervous after my bad decisions.
We can all start to hear
Hear that
the
rumbling?
earth moving around
is
you.
that?
Rocks and dirt starting to fall, and some of them are coated in slime. And
We should go quicker.
gotta hurry.
Faster.
Quick.
Let's go.
I'm pushing Rosie in front of me. Like, just, let's
Sure.
go. Yeah.
Rosie, you can try and notice something for me. You have a -1.
Okay.
You can roll with your relationship with Clem.
Okay. So I'm just gonna roll with no added or negatives. Okay, well, if you could roll it, please. Thank you.
Okay. You can see something large moving towards you at the end of this tunnel. Can't make out the shape exactly, but it's filling up this passage that you're moving through.
Back it out, back it out, back it out, get out of here, back it out, there's a
Back?
worm.
Okay,
back
back.
out, back out,
Okay,
back out,
backing out.
Okay.
I start, yeah.
Yeah, I'm back it, I'm back, a big, and back it up, back it up, back it up, back it up. Hey, Olive, does the slime sort of remind you of our time in the forest?
And that's where we're going to take our break today.
Oh.
I hope everybody's having a good time.
I put my diaper on, and I'm actually just going to pee in that, so we can continue if you need to.
I think we're going to go ahead and we're going to take our break here, folks. So, if you have to take your nervous pee-pees, now is the time. We are going to take a break, but please make sure you follow all of these lovely people. If you would like to follow along with the system that we have, it's totally free. It's available to you over at tablestory.tv/WAW. It's also a convenient place for you to go follow these people on all the places. And if you have yourself a Prime Gaming that you haven't used yet, consider throwing it their way. Get yourself some emotes. Go sub to these lovely people. They're fantastic, and they totally deserve your support. If you want to help Table Story in a non-monetary way, you can make sure you're following us here on Twitch, twitch.tv/tablestory. And yeah, we're going to, we've got some cool stuff happening this week. We have a sponsored show that's going to take place on Thursday that's called Radioactive Adventure Dinosaurs, and it's going to be real stupid and real silly. And that's at 2 p.m. Eastern on Thursday. And we're going to be playing that with Brad Wodo, Pony Punch, Fist of the Walrus, Venilus, Brutal Bree, and Disby Arix. So hopefully you'll come check that out. That's going to be real silly, real fun. And we're going to be premiering a system by a friend of ours, Morris. It's called the Awfully Cheerful Engine, and it's made for quick, sort of like one-shot adventures, 2-3 hour adventures, where people can just pick it up and play and have themselves like a real silly, action-packed adventure. So we'll see that on Thursday, and we're gonna take a little bit of a break here. Hopefully, we'll see you in just a few minutes. Hang tight for more Witchcraft and Wizardry. Back in just a little bit. We return as the loud rumbling of the earth begins to overtake the group. You see something coming from the passage ahead of you. Rosie, you start to warn the group behind you.
Yeah, back out of here as quickly as possible. Maybe turn and run. Let's turn and run.
Okay. I'm turning and running.
Yep. Turn and running.
Quick and quiet. It's going to be Olive and Alex, because you are in the front now.
Okay.
So Alex, or actually be Olive with Alex's help.
Okay.
With Alex's help, okay.
Yep. Quick and quiet.
Thank you.
At 11, you rush ahead, running full speed as your little legs will carry you. Clem and Rosie, you are quick behind Olive and Alex. You can barely see parts of their clothing that weren't completely covered by the invisibility potion as you burst forth from the where the path sort of forked out into those 10 different passageways. Olive, you're in the front. What are you doing? You can barely see. There's Clem's light that's coming from behind you. There's just a little bit of green light here and there. What are you doing?
I'm casting Lumos.
Okay. Cast a spell. At 12, you cast a spell. Your wand illuminates.
Now that I can see a little bit better, the paths ahead of me, you said it was kind of like branching paths?
Yes. There's more than 10 branching paths from where you are. They just kind of they spread out off of the main passage. You know, there's maybe a small area from where you came out from, but it's not that big. It's maybe 10 feet wide.
Is there anything that differentiates those 10 paths?
Aside from the one that you are just coming out from, this one had slime on it. You can try and notice something. I don't think you have time for an investigate.
Okay, I'll try to notice something.
Okay, a 10. will allow you to ask 2 questions.
I'd like to ask, what does it look like in terms of like visually differentiating between these paths? Do any of them have anything that
Not really.
stands out?
There's not a lot that stands out between these paths. They all look very similar. Aside from this one has the slime on it.
Is there anyone or anything sneaking around?
No.
Okay. I think as they're booking it as quickly as they can with this rumbling sound encroaching on them, you know, Olive's cast Lumos and she's taking in all this information really quickly ahead of her, and she's kind of scanning these passageways, and she calls out over her shoulder. She's like, they all seem the same. I'm just going to pick one and run.
Okay.
Just hide off to the side. If it's an animal, it'll probably run straight through. So if we hide off to the side, we'll be okay.
And Olive's gonna like veer left and go in whatever the like leftmost passageway is.
Sure, we see the partial pair of penguin underpants leading the way. Alex is probably trying respectfully not to look.
Tiny little penguins waddling down the passageway.
I follow along that way and just shout back behind me. Left! Go left!
Okay.
Yeah, got it. Good at that. Okay.
You head down the left passage. Rosie, you can hear this thing getting like closer and closer to you, and this like horrible slimy noise, behind you as it's sort of moving its way through the tunnel. Do you look back?
Absolutely not. I'm not looking at that thing. I'm gonna keep booking it and head left. I don't want to even know what it looks like.
Okay.
I've already tasted it, so we're as close as we need to be right now.
You veer left into the tunnel with the rest of the S.W.O.F.F, and you rush to the side there. You hear this like weird sort of crashing sound as the walls begin to shake and more dirt and rocks start to fall on your head, all from up above. You are rushing down this left path. Olive, you're leading the way. We can just see Olive's Lumo spell sort of leading the way here. As you continue on through that path, Olive, do me a favor, and I'm gonna need a die roll from you. I want you to roll me a D3, please. Actually, no, I'm sorry, a D4.
2.
Okay. As you continue on through the path, you can hear like the rumble. It's now further away from all of you. Rosie, you'd probably be able to understand the best as you made that sharp turn. Whatever this thing was that was following you must have gotten delayed in trying to follow you or what have you. But the rumbling has sort of died down. You're still all sort of rushing. Olive, you come to what appears to be like an opening up ahead. There are 2 lights that you can see kind of like in the distance. You can't make out any details just yet, but you can see that the passage opens up.
Okay. Do I, now that the rumbling sound is dying down behind us, do I have time to investigate?
That's up to you. You can start if you'd like.
Yeah, I'd like to investigate as soon as those lights kind of come into focus.
Sure. It appears that they are paper lanterns.
Ooh. Interesting.
They're hung up on what appears to be a wooden wall. Okay. You can ask me one question from the investigate list.
Are there any traps?
Oh, yes. Yes, there are. You can see that there are what appear to be moths flapping and flying around the traps. But when you get a little bit closer, you notice that the moths don't appear to be corporeal. They look like they are magical.
I know you can't see me raising my hand to say stop, but everyone, careful. I think this is a trap.
Okay.
Don't get any closer, okay?
Yeah, I have a theory.
What is it?
Well, see, so this passage sort of looks at the end here like it's not an exit, and the one with whatever that thing was chasing us was down too. I think maybe some of the other creatures are separated into their own little habitats, and maybe it's because they don't fit in well with the other creatures, and maybe if we go down one and it looks like a habitat, maybe we should leave?
Okay, sounds good.
Or I'm
Alright.
just
Alexander,
been paranoid.
you start to not feel so well. And your dragon scales disappear. Well, I should say they start to flake off.
So, this is like an enclosure in a zoo.
Right, I think so. Maybe I don't know if we want to stay here or head back. Maybe we should check each of them and make notes or mark them or something so we know.
Okay.
So, lanterns and fluttery things is not. I vote not an exit.
Okay. Let's go back, but just be careful in case that loud
Rumbling
burrowing thing is still there.
Could I throw out a theory here?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
What if these are traps we have to pass to get out?
Like a
Oh.
puzzle?
Well,
Like you have to know how to handle the creatures in order to get past them?
And in order to get past them is how you get out? Like, wouldn't it make sense that he would want us to have to get through the gooey monster in order to get out? Because isn't the gooey monster the one we keep seeing?
I don't think that he intended us to get here. We sort of just stumbled in.
That's true.
But it would make sense if it's his place and he comes and goes through this doorway. He would know how to treat the creatures and he would know how to get past them.
And you'd probably also know that, some of these creatures are apparently giant skeletons. He
Yeah.
probably knows that those are not ones you want to walk past often, so...
Can I do an I read about that, about this current room? About the creature in this room?
I don't think so. I don't think you would. You don't.
Yeah.
This is some kind of construct from what you understand. Nothing to read about.
Okay.
I don't like to turn down when people do moves. It just doesn't make any sense for the situation, I don't think.
Yeah, of course.
Sorry.
So maybe we should check each of them as best we can if
Okay.
that creature's not still there, and then we can sort of figure out what one's most likely to exit and then go from there.
Okay.
You don't want to spend time looking around one of the enclosures if there's just an easy exit somewhere.
That makes sense. And if not, then I guess we prepare to solve some puzzles, right?
Yeah.
Sure.
Good thinking.
Yeah. Let's just be safe.
Okay, Rosie and Clem, would you like to lead the way back?
Yeah. I'll go first.
Yeah, I think that's best.
Okay.
Okay, so you turn around. Start to head back. Who's in front?
I am.
Okay. You still have your Vertimilius spell up?
I believe so, yes.
Okay. I'll tell you what. I think you've had this cast for so long. I think I want you to try and recast it.
Okay.
Just because it's been a while.
Sure thing.
So, the spell goes out as you sort of maybe have lost concentration and you're going to take a condition that you think is applicable.
Okay. Oh, that's so great. I'll take injured.
Okay. Yeah, maybe as you were running, you didn't realize that like a rock fell and kind of like clonked you on the head, and you were probably just full of adrenaline and didn't realize at the time.
Yeah.
But now you can feel it, and you've got like a throbbing headache, and when you hold up the wand, it just fizzles out.
Okay. Sounds good.
So, aside from Olive's Lumos, it's dark in here.
Okay. I'm just gonna keep walking forward, I guess.
I'm gonna see that Clem, failed that spell and kind of scurry to be next to her, so my Lumos is kind of helping illuminate her path.
Okay.
And I think Olive sees that, she seems a little... the failure of the spell wasn't fun for her, and so she does a little invisible thing of like booping Clem on the nose or like tugging her on the wrong ear when she turns to look, and kind of trying to get her to feel a little better as they walk.
Okay. You continue down the path that you came from. You can see that the area that opens and sort of branches off and has many different paths on it has been disturbed. You can see like a lot of the dirt has kind of been thrown up. Whatever this creature was that was here must have like collided with the wall, and dirt has sort of like spilled further in, and part of the passages have been destroyed a little bit. You can see 2 of them have been closed up.
No, it's
So weird.
It narrows it down.
Yeah.
Weird.
There is now another path with slime on it, opposite to the one that you went through.
Okay, so it carried on, which was good. So do we want to head down that one first, or another one? Might as well get that one checked while we know it's not there.
That's a good idea.
Okay.
All right. Clem and I can go first, and Alex and Rosie just stay close behind, okay?
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, sounds good.
I'm right here, Rosie. I know you can't see, but I am.
Okay.
So, you continue down this slimy path. And the rumbling seems to disappear behind you as you continue onwards. Eventually, you come to another strange space. It appears like the path leads out into what appears to be sunlight. You see the mouth of a cave.
Should we go that way?
We should go that way.
Yeah. Okay.
Just once they're ready. This might be it. This might be the bag opening.
Yeah. Okay.
We can do this, everyone.
There's a cold breeze that blows in from the mouth of the cave. Who's leading the way? It's wide enough for all of you.
Oh.
I think Clem and Olive are still... I think they had been walking like 2 and 2, so they'd probably keep
I think
that.
Rosalina's probably clinging to Alex because she knows she's not good enough to cast any spells. So she's like, I'm going to pick a spell, buddy.
Okay.
So, Clem and Olive, you emerge into the sunlight, which is so bright and a bit overwhelming at first. And it sort of like hits you, you know, when you've been in a really dark space or you've been like in a movie theater or something and you walk out into the light and it's like, it blasts you in the face. And so does the cold. The cold hits you as if you have just fallen headfirst into winter, as crunch of snow beneath your feet continues as you make your way out of this cavern. You see fresh fallen snow on coniferous trees in front of you, pine needles and such all about, fallen underneath them. And you see a snowy forest landscape with hilly sort of like rolling hills. What do you do?
I don't think this is an exit. I think we're in another enclosure. This looks like maybe he keeps creatures who need the cold temperature here.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's really cold.
Yeah. Should we go back into the dark? I wish we didn't have to.
Maybe.
Why don't we take just a quick look around the exit/entrance here, and then
Okay.
just in case there's like another entrance or an exit or a path or signs or something.
Good idea.
Can I go ahead and notice if there are any other entrances or exits?
You can absolutely try and notice something, Rosie. An 8. You can ask me a question from the notice something list.
Besides the entrance we just came in, how do we get out of here?
So, you don't notice another exit. However, you do notice 2 other people in the distance.
Can I investigate what they look like before we get any closer? Can I attempt to investigate what they look like?
Through the forest, at the base of one of the hills, you can see one tall man, skinny, disheveled hair, one shorter shape, all in black.
Hey, so I don't see an exit, but I see 2 people at the base of that hill.
Well, what do you expect from me?
What?
Just saying something. Shh.
I don't know where they are. There's no detection spell here. It's your
Hide.
job to look around.
Hide.
Hide.
We have to hide.
We have to hide. Quickly
Pine
hide.
trees.
You begin to hide behind a tree. Actually, like I said, there's coniferous trees around. There's snow. There's some rocks and things. And you all try to take up some sort of hidey positions. Everybody, Make a quick inquire roll. No
Do we
help.
have any bonuses
No
for
help.
being invisible?
You would, except by now, the potions have started to wear off, unfortunately. So, I think as you go to hide, Alexander and Olive, you can start to see maybe your hands in front of you start to appear.
Robes. I need my robes.
I got you. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
Just start
There you go.
tossing the.
I'm gonna use my house benefit to take a +1 forward to body rolls in this scene before I roll. So thank
Okay.
you. It's a good thing I did that.
Okay.
This might be a good time for me to let everybody know that I'm not doing so hot. If one spell goes off and hits me, then you'll have somebody to drag behind you for the rest of the day.
Good to know.
So, Rosie, Clem, you panic as you go to try and hide. Alex and Olive, you can be quick or quiet. Which are you?
I'm going to bet on Clem and Rosie making enough noise that it covers up for us, and I'm going to be quick.
Yeah, I'm gonna be quick as well.
Okay. Rosie and Clem, you make some kind of loud noise or something as you try to hide, and you hear in the distance, what was that? Check the forest. It must be around here somewhere. What about the creature? Make sure you find it first.
While we're hiding, just right for a second, I would love to pull out a thing of chocolate and attempt to treat wounds on Clem, if possible.
So chocolate is one of the ways you can treat the upset condition.
Oh, do I?
Or no,
do I
I'm
have
sorry.
to use
It's
it?
the exhausted condition.
Well, I'm all of those things. So
Okay. Oh, good. All right. Okay, so I'm gonna give that to you and attempt.
this
would
roulette
be-
wheel, all
If
green.
I'm like holding Clem's hand and like passing this over, would I be using my relationship with Clem to heal her?
Yes. Use your relationship, and you have a little bit of chocolate. Oh no! Oh no! This is like the first
I
time.
had 2 forwards on that. That's insane.
Yeah.
Can someone tell me what happens if someone fails to make me
So,
better? Do they make me worse?
Yeah. So what happens?
Okay.
What happens on a treat wounds failure is the GM gets to decide.
Okay.
Hey,
there's-
Jim, can I just throw it out that maybe it would be better if I take a condition?
You can throw whatever you want, but I
What
don't
if-
know
what
if
if-
it's going to actually stick.
Okay, here, let me
So-
pitch it to you. What if I have this chocolate and before I give it to Clem, I'm like, you know what? I'm a little peckish too, and I take a bite and it's really bad. And instead of healing her, I actually have hurt myself by trying yet another thing I shouldn't have tried.
I appreciate the effort, but I'm going to say no.
Frick.
So,
Honest to God, knock me out.
you give Clem the chocolate, trying to cheer her up. And it has a wrapper on it. There's a horrific opening noise of the plastic, just like when you're trying to be quiet like that. Thank you for giving me the idea, Murgles. The horrific wrapper noise comes off of the chocolate. And it's the loudest thing in the universe while you are in this forest trying to be silent. You see both of the figures turn towards Clem. There. There. Check over there. They
I
begin
ready
to
my
head
wand.
towards you.
I ready my wand as well.
Same.
When they get within eye shot, close enough for me to see them, I'm going to try and cast a spell, if that's all right.
So, the figure in the dark black robes begins to move closer to the forest. The tall, lanky one also begins to move closer. The one in black. I would think Rosie is probably the closest to them, with Clem the next closest, and Alex and Olive the furthest back. That's just the way that I had it envisioned in my head. Rosie.
Mm-hmm.
You recognize this person in the dark robes as Auror Sparks.
Under her breath, she just says, I freaking knew it.
The,
I'm sorry, this isn't the other one, right? This is a different aura.
what does the other one mean?
There were multiple auras, right?
Hey, there was Silverberry and
Silverberry.
Silverberry and Sparks.
Thank you. I'm so sorry.
Silverberry was the one that you saw talking to McGonagall.
Right. That's why I needed the clarification. Thank you. I'm so sorry.
No problem. Auror Sparks gets right up near the edge of the trees. And you can hear the crunch of snow. All right. Who has made their way here? Is it you, Headmistress? Or is it someone else? Maybe the Ministry has sent someone with a brain. Sparks! I think it's time to flush out the prey. You see him begin to wave his wand around, and fire begins to encircle the wand in the air. You can start to see the bright fire begin to swirl around the wand in a ring as it gets larger and larger. Auror Sparks has her wand out as well. She's tracking through the forest as they begin to make their way ever closer towards you.
I am stupid and would like to cast an Expelliarmus.
At whom?
The tall gentleman.
Okay. Try and cast a spell, Clem.
Oh no.
That's a partial success. 2 things go wrong, Clem. Choose and
Yes.
choose quickly.
Okay. Yes. Rosie gets hit.
Thank you. It's only fair.
Rosie gets hit. And I'm gonna be honest, someone or something is alerted to the casting of the spell. Like, they probably are seeing that spell was cast.
The spell goes off. It collides with Rosie as you misfire slightly. Rosie, you take a condition. What makes the most sense here?
I think I'm jinxing myself, like giving that. She's like jinxing me with her magic.
Yes, you've taken a jinx. You see Rosie kind of like spin and maybe like hit the tree nearby as the spell collides with the wand of this man in the distance casting this fire spell. The wand goes flying from his hand, and then it returns.
Can I cast a spell as soon as that happens?
There's going to be an action first. Clem has revealed herself to Aurora Sparks. Aurora Sparks turns her head. She moves faster than you can anticipate, Clem. A black blur along the ground. The familiar look of the shadows that you saw in the hospital wing when you and Alex were there begin to travel up the trees, up the rocks, climbing and slithering. It looks like the shadows are traveling up your legs. You can feel this cold pressure on your feet and legs, and it's just beginning to make you shiver. And suddenly Aurora Sparks is there. She's not very tall, but her presence is looming and intimidating above you. She grabs your hand with the wand in it. Olive, you have a chance to do something. What is it?
Wait, can I not punch her?
Olive is the one that gets to make the action first.
I, Protective Instincts, the second that Clem casts that spell, I know that stuff's gonna go down. And I'm casting Stupefy on Aurora Sparks.
Okay.
Okay. Oh, okay.
A 10. You cast the spell. Stupefy. And you see it hit Aurora Sparks, who tenses with Clem's wrist in her hand. She's thrown backwards. Clem, you follow her as she's hit by the Stupefy spell, sprawling and falling to the ground. You spin, tumbling end over end with each other. You see her face looking angrier than you've ever seen anyone in your life, staring into your eyes and stunned.
Olive, the second she sees that happen, she screams, Clem! And she just starts booking it.
Alexander, what are you doing?
I'm going to take advantage of this big distraction, and I'm going to cast a Stupefy at the other figure.
Okay. An 8. Partial success. 2 things go wrong. What happens? What makes sense here?
Okay, so someone or something, maybe not. I want to get him with it.
Be quick.
I'm using distraction. One of the other players takes a condition. The other player chooses, and
It's either
my
Rosie
wand
or
is-
Clem. Who is it?
It's me. I think that I'm still jinxed, and I've been like, I hit that tree, and I think probably as I'm trying to stand back up because I'm so like out of it, I get hit again.
Yeah, it whiffs just past your head, and you get a slight off it.
Okay,
I
what
think at
condition
this
do you
point,
take?
I think I'm taking exhausted because it's just like a hit after a hit, and I'm just tired.
Okay.
And the other one is my wand is thrown from my hands and lands nearby. Because I'm in such a rush to do this, I think I launch it and head into the snow somewhere.
Spell collides with this man that Olive recognized as Colin Moot. And he exclaims, "Ugh!" And you see him sort of stumble backwards, falling flat on his back. But he does appear to be moving after he's hit the ground. The figure of Aurora Sparks appears to be stirring now as well, Clem. Rosie, you've been sort of hit by several spells. What's going on with you?
I think that she's so hurt and also jinxed and exhausted. She's having trouble keeping up with everything that's going on. So she's trying to like scramble backwards for like something to hide in while she gets her bearings.
Okay. You're gonna try and hide. Give me a quick and quiet roll.
Should have thought that one out. All right.
Rosie, you stumble probably over Clem and or Sparks as you're trying to find a place to hide, and you've been spun around a few times. And it's at that point that you all hear the sound of flapping wings. In the sky, you can see the familiar emerald sheen of Clifford, the green dragon. Olive, you're running towards Clement or Sparks. What are you doing?
Olive is booking it as quickly as she can towards them, and she is going to cast another spell at or Sparks. She's doing that like little kid run, and she just screams, "Petrificus Totalis!"
Cast a spell. An 8. 2 things go wrong. What happens? Clem is intertwined with Aura Sparks.
I think because she's running, it's a little imprecise because her arms are swinging, so she didn't really get the wand movement right. And so I think it probably doesn't work as intended because she didn't do the movement correctly. Maybe it's like only one half of her body or something that it affects when it hits it. And I think someone or something is alerted to the casting of this spell. If this dragon just arrived and Olive is screaming and running, she probably looks like a little snack screaming, "Eat me," so.
Okay. That's one. What's the other thing that happens?
Oh, the spell has a diminished effect.
Okay. You cast the spell, and you can see Aura Sparks deflects it away. Her arm starts to move as the spell almost reaches, and she deflects it. At the same time that happens, you hear the breaking of branches as the dragon lands right nearby Olive. Trees and pine needles flying everywhere. Snow blowing in all directions. What do you do, Olive?
Olive is going to immediately, like, her eyes go super wide, and she goes, "I'm a friend of Hagrid's, Clifford. Here from Hagrid. Hagrid, we're here to save you. They're bad. We're good. Hagrid friend, awful wizard. Nice, scary."
I need you to make a convince roll, please.
Okay. Can I roll with my relationship with Hagrid?
Yes.
Hey.
Choose one from the convince list.
I think they go along with it for now.
The dragon gets up close. It turns its head towards Or Silverberry, and her eyes go wide. She stands up from Clem, holds up her hands, and you see Clifford take a big, deep breath.
Clem, move!
Clementine, quick and quiet, please.
Okay.
You roll out of the way as a huge blast of fire erupts forth from the dragon. And it totally flies right into Or Silverberry. Erupting in flame. You see shadows and stuff kicking up all on the trees, and they light on fire as well. In the distance, you can see who you believe to be Colin Moot stand up, and he says, "That's enough!"
I scramble forward and pick up my wand and point it.
You've all had enough fun here, but this is my domain. I control this place. It belongs to me, and so do these creatures.
I'm
Creatures don't
stupid.
belong to you.
Once again, super stupid. I just start. I'm like running towards them.
Clem stands up and rushes towards Colin Moot.
I'm taking him out.
No.
I'm taking him out. Yeah.
I start trying to chase after, and with
I have my
pointed.
wand in my hand like this. I'm taking him out.
Clem rushes to Colin Moot, who has a spell ready. He points his wand at you, Clem, and fires a spell. He yells. He yells, and he says, "Duro!" Clem,
Yeah.
I need you to try and tough it out.
Yes.
A 6.
Can I cast a spell real quick?
Not
the
before he
situation?
casts his.
Can I cast it just after he casts his?
We'll see.
Okay.
As Clem runs forward, reaching maybe 10 feet in front of Colin Moot, she turns to stone.
Okay, then I'm too late with my spell.
Alexander, what do you do?
I'm just gonna cast Stupefy on him.
Alexander, cast a spell.
Stupefy! Because I'm doing this with anger from seeing Clem get turned to stone, can I use my relationship with Clem?
No.
I tried. Stupefy! An 8.
An 8. 2 things go wrong. What happens, Alexander?
I think it has a diminished effect. I don't think he's completely stupefied. And I think that's maybe because he sees it coming. Someone or something's alerted to the casting of the spell.
Okay. You cast the spell. He bats it aside.
I stand in front of my wand still.
Can I cast a spell?
You can try, because after Alexander casts his spell, he spins his wand in his hand, turns it towards you, Olive, and he will try and cast a spell towards you. Confringo!
Rosalina wants to stand up. Isn't she at Olive's feet? I would like to stand up in front of Olive.
You fell near Clem or Silverberry. Yeah. The fireball probably kissed right over your head.
Since I'm down near in front of him, can I get myself in the way?
Yeah, definitely.
Do I need to roll or can I just do it?
You have to roll. Absolutely.
Okay.
I think you're going to make a quick and quiet.
Okay. Yeah, I see him cast a spell. I try and just dive out in front of it.
Alex, you trip.
I don't take into account the slippery snow and I just...
You see this huge fiery explosion connect with the ground in front of Olive. Olive, you are launched into the air with explosive force. Tough it out, please. A 9. Okay, when you get a 9 on a tough it out, you need to choose one from the 7 to 9, 2 from the 7 to 9 list. The hit has taken you off guard.
She's definitely knocked out of position and absolutely put in more danger. I think she takes a condition. I think that this has been obviously really physically and emotionally stressful, and I think she would be exhausted after that physical experience of being flung so high up in the air and the impact of coming back.
Okay.
Whack, where is Clifford?
Clifford is near you at the moment. Probably within 10 feet, I think.
I would like to try to get Clifford's attention.
How do you do this?
I think I'm just gonna start saying, Clifford! Clifford! Clifford, we need your help! Please, Clifford, anything! Clifford, we have to get him! For Hagrid, Clifford!
Rosie, please try and convince.
Would this also be with my relationship with Hagrid?
Yes.
Heart, I swear to God.
Clifford begins to beat her wings. And she starts to lift up off the ground. Blows a hot gust of air at you, Rosie, sending you sprawling to the ground backwards.
Can I cast a spell once I get back up as this is happening?
You start to get up, Olive, and you hear nearby. Sound of large footsteps. Olive, are you all right?
Olive doesn't acknowledge that she's just heard Hagrid's voice. She's just gonna focus on casting that spell in front of her.
Cast the spell.
Olive points directly at Moot and says, Incendio!
Cast the spell.
I rolled 2 ones.
You cast the spell. And unfortunately, it rebounds. Your rage at seeing Clem turn to stone throws your concentration off completely. You take a condition.
I think she's dazed from the backfiring of the spell in her face. It genuinely, like, she's seeing spots and she's totally unaware of her surroundings.
Olive! Olive! You hear Hagrid's
Hagrid?
voice. You need to be careful! Be careful! Get down! That's Clifford up there!
Just get Clifford to attack Moot, okay? Get Clifford to stop Moot.
Oh, I don't think I'll even have the time. I have some business with him.
Rosie's mum, lady.
You see a giant flower hat. A big sunflower with petals too large.
Professor's Commander?
Mr. Moot, you've been very bad. You and I need to talk. Ah! Luna! I see you found my little hideaway. It wasn't hard with all of the noise that came from the storage room. What do you think you're doing here to these creatures? I think that I am trying to save the world, Mrs. Scamander. That's ridiculous. The only thing that you're trying to save is yourself. Maybe, from your perspective. But I don't think that matters right now. You're right. I think we need to make sure that you never go near another creature again. She raises up her wand, and he does as well.
And I do too.
Alex, you raise your wand.
He's very distracted now. I'm on the ground. I'm hoping this is my moment. Get
Up
under
above.
his guard.
You can see Clifford circling around the area like some horrific vulture that is flying, and you can feel like the wind pressure kicking down pine needles and stuff raining down all about you. Alex, what do you do?
I'm gonna cast Lumos
Okay, cast
right
a
up
spell.
in his.
A
I'm
regular
hoping that
Lumos spell?
Yeah, my regular Lumos spell.
Okay.
And hoping that is bright enough to dazzle him and give Professor Scamander an opening. It's a 9.
A 9, a partial success. 2 things go wrong. What happens?
Please just hit me.
I don't think there's anyone else in front of me, so I don't think another player can take a condition from a misfire, unfortunately. I think someone or something's alerted to the casting the spell. I'm fine with it. My point is to distract them anyway. And I think my wand is thrown from my hands. So as I Limo said, I think I flick it towards him and maybe he just catches a bit of the glare from the limos.
The spell casts, and you see Alexander's wand brighten. You see Moot's attention start to veer away, and Professor Scamander casts a spell. And she says, "You seem to like this spell. Duro!" The spell casts. And it's at that point that you see the Glowacus move out from behind Colin Moot. It jumps
Close
in
my
front
eyes.
of him and turns to stone. I need quick and quiet rolls from Rosie and Olive. Rosie.
Yeah.
You barely notice it for a moment, and that's all it takes. Olive, you quickly close your eyes. We hear this yell of frustration. No! This is my domain! And suddenly, everything begins to rumble. We hear Clifford's wings beating in the distance. The scenery around you begins to shift and shake. Trees begin to pop out of existence. Everything suddenly compresses, and the pressure is quickly released. You find yourself in the Forbidden Forest. You see Clifford in the sky. You catch bits of Luna and Colin Moot having a duel. Her sunflower hat gets hit and thrown. She hits him with some kind of spell, and you see that he clutches his stomach and flicks his wand, deflecting another spell. A pitched battle continues, with spells landing all about into the ground. Dirt flying everywhere. We see the ground moving as you see a reptilian-looking mollusk erupt forth with a huge shell on its back. The thing that was in the caverns. You see Davilar fighting with this creature, trying to protect you all. And we see Colin Moot apparate away. Professor Scamander and Hagrid collect you all. And you see Luna out of breath. Is everyone all right?
Clem's not.
We'll take her to Madame Pomfrey. A simple finite incantatum won't help.
Will she be okay though?
She looks to Hagrid. I'm sure she'll be fine, Madame Pomfrey. Help me. I can remember everything again.
You can, that's good.
What about Rosie?
Rosie can't seem to remember what happened in this, in the now smoking briefcase that is lying open on the forest floor.
Is that all I've forgotten?
That's all you know for now.
Hey, I'm feeling kind of lost.
It's okay, lots happened, so
Where? And why are we in
Huh?
the forest?
We'll explain it to you once we're all inside the castle.
Oh no.
But you're safe, and it's all going to be alright. Okay, Rosie?
Okay.
Okay.
You wanna walk back with me, Rosie?
Okay.
We see the group walking back with Hagrid carrying the stone form of Clementine back to Hogwarts. Everyone returns to the hospital wing. You tell Headmistress McGonagall everything that happened. Recount the tale. And we rejoin the group a few days later. Everyone is in the hospital wing. Clementine is stood up against the wall nearby the three of your beds. It is morning. The rest of your conditions have been reset. It's been a few days. Madame Pomfrey's been looking after you. She's been trying various things to cure Clem's condition. And she sought out the expertise of an alchemist who is arriving today. It is morning. Rosie, Olive, and Alexander. You wake up about 3 days from the events that happened.
Morning.
Good morning.
How are you feeling this morning, Rosie?
Am I feeling what?
How are you feeling? Just in general.
Back, how is Rosie feeling?
You can't remember the events that took place in the briefcase.
Okay. I'm okay. I feel kind of guilty still that I don't know what happened. But
Oh, it's okay. I mean, what we told you was most of it, and I mean, you were. It's not that you weren't there; it's just that you don't remember. So you were still awesome and helping out, and you know.
have you ever taken like a weird nap, and then like you woke up and you were like, where am I? That's kind of how I feel every time I wake up, though.
Okay. Well, what about things before all that? Are you remembering those all okay?
Yeah. I just am a little blurry on the whole briefcase thing. You keep saying there was a briefcase and like some fighting and like tunnels and like I licked something. I don't remember any of that stuff. I don't think.
Okay. Well, that's okay. I mean,
Unless my thoughts are just like hibernating, which they could do that.
that's one way to look at it. Yeah.
Yeah, maybe they ate something bad and they're not feeling so good.
Exactly. They just need some rest, and then it'll all come back.
Olive?
Yes.
Are you okay?
Mm-hmm.
Are you feeling the same way I'm feeling about, like, he got away?
How are you feeling?
Really, really wish I could have done something just a bit better, you know?
I know.
Well, at least, I mean, technically we uncovered corruption in the auras, and at least Moot's face will be out everywhere. So, as much as we didn't do all the good that we really wanted to, we still kind of did good.
Yeah.
I was thinking about casting Aguamenti on him. Maybe that would make him really cold and he would do something. Or maybe I would set him on fire and then Clifford would be like, oh, fiery things are tasty, and then eat them. And then I just keep going over and over in my head all the things I could have done. And I mean, I guess it doesn't really make me feel better, but you know?
The last spell I tried to cast, I still can't believe that I got it wrong.
Yeah, I feel that way too.
He was right there, and seeing what he did to Clem.
Yeah, I feel the same way, but
The next time I see him, he's
Okay.
not apparating anywhere.
we just need to put it into practice. We'll get him next time.
Yeah. I will.
At one point I thought about lifting Clem up and dropping it on his head, because I think she would appreciate being the one to knock him out, but then I didn't know how fragile she would be, so I decided against it.
Oh my gosh, she would have loved that. She would have been like, and then I knocked him out. I wasn't even conscious. Bleh. I could see it now.
Hey,
We'll see it later. What?
I'm just wondering if Clem is conscious. What if she has like an itchy
Clem,
nose
if
right
you
now
can
and can't
hear
tell
us?
us?
We love you, and you're not gonna be made of stone for much longer, and I'm gonna make you pickles and cheddar cheese.
I love that Rosie's doing like Ginyu Force poses in front of Clem.
Give her nose a scratch just in case.
Oh yeah, I got it. I hope that helps. If it helps, you haven't showered and you don't smell at all. Just like kind of stony.
Madame Pomfrey slowly is making her way down the aisle here of the beds, and she has her little push cart.
Good morning, Madam Pomfrey.
Good morning, dear. And do you all have enough water to drink?
Yeah, plenty, thank you.
Yep. I'm low on cookies, but I'm high on water.
And received this today in the post. Someone sent something. I think it might be very helpful for young Miss Goosenders.
Can I have that, please? Then can I have?
No. I don't. No offense, Rosie, but
If you'll excuse me, Miss Earthcloud, I'm going to try this.
just a professional application, more practiced.
Yeah, I get it. I didn't go to wizarding medical school.
Exactly.
Someone addressed this in the post as cockatrice tears. Very rare ingredient, difficult to get.
How do you get them?
Well, it's very rare and very expensive.
Maybe have the cockatrice watch a sad movie.
What
a joke.
now?
It's a joke. It's okay.
Maybe Clem has a rich friend somewhere.
There's a small eyedropper bottle. Madame Pomfrey says, let's give this a try. She has the little eyedropper and she drops it on Clem's head. And as she does, you can see cracks begin to form in the statue. A skin of stone starts to peel away from the area where the drops have landed. You start to see color in Clem's cheeks. She blinks and starts to move around.
Clem?
Clem?
What?
Welcome back.
What?
How you feeling?
There we are, dear. Oh, someone help me, please.
Yeah, I got it. What is it? What is it? I got it.
I've
Just
been
get
waiting
her
for
other
them.
arm and
I
lead
got
her
it, I
to
got
the
it.
bed.
Yeah, come on. It's time for a nap. I guess sit over
Yeah.
here. There you
Olive's
go.
gonna
Okay.
rush to the bed and like pull the bedding back first. And
Clem, I was always of the opinion that you rocked, but you took it a little far.
I was gonna say I thought she was kind of hard-headed, but that was a little intense.
There you go. Oh, if you go on, okay, that's fine.
It's fine. Good.
It's fine. We got you covered.
A little low five for Alex.
Madame Pomfrey sets the eyedropper bottle on the little push cart. Who's closest to the push cart?
Probably me.
Notice something for me.
Will do. Would this be with my relationship or Clem, or just I'm being nosy?
Just a regular roll, flat. Okay. You can see that there is small, like card that was sort of just a small one that was sort of like taped to the back of the bottle.
Can I pick it up and look at it?
Sure.
Do I need to roll for that?
No.
Oh, what does the card say?
You open it up, and there's just one sentence that's written there. And it says, "It's hard making friends. I hope this helps. DCB."
Hey, I think we bullied the wrong kid.
Man, we didn't bully anyone. We're not bullies. What are you
Just
talking
take
about?
it, Alex.
Oh. Well, I think... Well, that's...
Should we not
Yeah.
tell Clem that that's who saved her life?
Later.
I think
Yeah.
we came... Do you know what? We can write a letter.
That's a good idea. A big
We can-
apology. I'll bake cookies.
Well, if he's not here, I don't know if he's gone home. But if he's still here, we can just go see him and
That's
say
a good
thank you
point.
and
Yeah,
sorry
that's a
and all
good
the
point.
rest of it.
Yeah.
And if he's already left, then we can send a letter. But it would be, going over the ocean, so the cookies might not be good by the time it gets there. But plus they
I'm
have
sorry.
weasels.
Who are you speaking about?
Our friend David Calderon Boot, he's here visiting from America.
Oh.
We were
The American
Wondering.
students, unfortunately, went back to America.
Why did
Okay.
they leave so soon?
Well, the Winter Solstice Festival was cancelled after the events that happened.
Boo! We had to go through all this and we don't even get a festival. Lame.
well, we can send David a letter because we know what school he's at and the house he's in, so we can just send it there.
I bet Lonnie
Yeah.
can enchant the cookie box for sure. It'll be fine. We have magic on our side.
I think he and I were friendly. And I think this is him reaching out. He was just a bit strange, I think, but I guess all of us are a bit strange, so.
I think I let my political opinion of America sway how I felt about him, perhaps.
Clem, how are you feeling?
Whack, when I was stone, was I conscious?
Make a tough it out roll for me.
Are my conditions healed from, or am I still in the same? Yeah, okay.
Conditions are healed. You were in and out. I'll let you figure out what you heard and what you didn't.
When, conscious through the whole thing, right?
I'm saying
In and
it was
out.
in and out,
Yeah.
so
Okay.
you can
Just wanted
decide
to
what
make
you
sure.
what you picked up. Yeah.
Right. Yeah. What are you guys talking about?
I was sleeping last night and I farted. And I just give Alex a big look like you better agree with me or else.
I can tell when you're lying to me.
Okay, well, David Calderon Boot's the one that sent you the tears. On the bright side, while you were stoned, you didn't fart once.
No snoring or anything.
So I know that makes you nervous, so I just want to let you know that stones can't fart.
Bright side. Yeah.
Also, you're alive and we missed you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm really
Am
sorry,
I?
Clem.
Mm-hmm. Definitely.
Yeah.
Do you know what? I think we have a way of proving it to you. Let's kind of look at the others.
I don't know if I can do this right now, guys.
So I shouldn't do the special dance.
I was thinking a hug.
Oh.
A hug swarm?
You can say no to the hug if you want to not hug.
Group hug.
I think I just want to sleep.
Oh, we can do
Okay.
that. Yeah.
I could use a hug before you sleep. If you're up for...
Yeah, Alex has been having a hard time.
Really?
I'll give you a hug, Alex. Let's give Clem a moment, okay?
Bye, Clem. And I just slide a very old cookie at the foot of the bed. For later.
We'll just be right here, so where you find us?
Clem, would it make you feel better, to have someone sit next to you while you sleep, or do you want to be totally alone?
Would you read to me?
Of course.
Would you read me the Dark Creatures book? From the beginning.
Okay.
Okay, when you need a break, because you probably will, just tag me in and then I'll take up from there, and then we can tag Rosie in and we can take shifts.
Sounds good. Let me just go get my book.
Shortly thereafter, we see S.W.O.F.F huddled around Clem's bed, taking turns reading from the Dark Creatures book. And that's where we're going to end this chapter of our story. Good job, everyone. Well done.
He was stuck between a rock and a hard place there for a while.
God darn it.
Zagadicus holding on to the jokes all the way to the end.
I think that we really took Clem's presence for granted for most of this season.
You stop it. Stop it right now.
Somebody's
Get
gonna
out.
make-
At the end
gotta
there,
get
she
out.
was going for
I'm
him
trying to cheer us up.
like a stone cold killer.
Get out. I'm not coming back for the third season if you keep this up.
You
But-
wouldn't dare.
But we're not ready for the third season just yet, because we're going to take a few weeks off, and then we have a special that's going to be coming up. It's an extra special. It's going to be another few episodes similar to the way the Voldemort and Valor was done. However, since we had kind of a somber finish to this year, not technically the end of this year, we still have some more going on. But since we had sort of a somber end to this episode, the coming special will be a lot different, because we're going to be venturing into the world of Demon Lord and Desires.
What does that mean?
You'll have to find out in January.
How you feeling, Virgo?
Oh, I'm feeling great. How are you feeling?
I can't wait to live your imagination. I can't wait. I cannot
My
wait.
literal 15-year-old imagination.
That's right. We've got a special coming up. Murgles and I are working on it, and it's going to be extra special.
Is it still going to be PG or?
Yeah.
Okay,
Still going to be PG.
Just checking.
Yeah. We've got a lot of stuff going on. We've got a lot of stuff going on here at Table Story. So we are going to take a couple weeks off. And I'm not sure the exact time that we're coming back just yet. But it's going to be back in January. Hopefully earlier, but we'll see. We're just going to work out schedules and stuff. Just to make sure that we can get the timing right for everybody. And yeah, we also have some other crazy stuff going on this week. We have a sponsored show called Radioactive Adventure Dinosaurs that's happening on Thursday at 2 p.m. Eastern. It is going to be very stupid and very silly, and it's featuring Brad Wodo, Venilus, Fist of the Walrus, Pony Punch, Brutal Bree, and Disby Arix. And I would say think Power Rangers plus Ninja Turtles if you're looking for something to try and categorize it with. But that's going to be happening. We also have Nocturne returning for a special December 30th episode. That's right. That's coming back at the end of the month. So a lot of crazy things are still going on, even around the holidays. But we do have to take breaks here at Table Story too. And we, you know, as difficult as it is for us to actually take breaks, we do have to take them. Otherwise, we will die. So we do have to take some breaks here and there. Anyway, thank you all for joining us for this episode. Thank you for joining us for year 2 here at Hogwarts. Year 2 isn't quite over just yet. We still have the special coming up. And I would very much like to get some shout-outs for everybody to wrap things up. Zagonicus, would you be so kind as to start us off?
Sure. Hi, everyone. I'm Zagonicus. I played Alexander Pepin for you. I hope you enjoyed. I certainly did. I had another finale on Sunday, so it's like 2 finales in 3 days or whatever, so that's fun. If you didn't catch Dying Order, then make sure you check it out from the start. It's wonderful. I'm not in it the whole time, so I mean, like, obviously it gets better towards the end of it when I show up, but it's really good all before that as well, and there's other ones connected to it. Wonderful cast, wonderful people, so make sure you check that out. You can follow me, Zgodicus, on all the internet places. I'm on all of those, and yeah, thanks very much. Thanks very much for tuning in or watching on YouTube or listening to the podcast version. I appreciate you spending some time with us, and if you let us know if you enjoyed it, then I appreciate that even more, so thank you.
Thank you, buddy. We need your well, actually, yeah, there's going to be no downtime move for this time. I would like, we'll do this as we go around. Normally we do this all at once, but we'll do our classes and school rolls instead of the downtime moves. So let's get that roll from you.
Okay. I got this. Oh, barely got it. 7.
7, okay. 5 points for Ravenclaw. And don't worry, we're still gonna do these rolls and things while we're doing the special. So we're still going to have our final wrap up of house points and all that. Don't worry about that stuff. 5 points for Ravenclaw, and I will do the other 2 rolls. That's a 9 for another 5. And a 5, so back to 225. Okay. Nega Oryx.
Hi, I'm going to get my school roll out of the way right now. Mostly because I really want to know.
Okay. 5 points.
Thank you. Hi, I'm Nega Oryx. I was playing Olive for you today. You can catch me streaming on Twitch 4 days a week on my own channel. I do a lot of Dead by Daylight and cute simulation games. I'm also in Cyberpunk 2077, so if you spot me in game,
like everywhere.
So cool, dude.
The face of one of the in-game advertisements. So please, people have been taking selfies in the game and then tweeting them at me, and they make me very happy every time. So keep doing that, please. I really want to see you. Seeing me in the game is so cool. I'm also doing a lot of giveaways this season for the holidays. We're doing something special tomorrow that I haven't announced yet, but is going to be really cool. And this Friday, I am playing Santa with Tiltify. I get to go around donating to streamers who are fundraising this holiday season, and one of those streamers could be you. I'm going to be posting all the details on my social media. You just have to reply with the hashtags #ClauseMyCause and something else that I don't remember right now. But all of the details will be on my social media. And be sure to reply and let me know if you're fundraising. We're trying to make a difference this holiday season, and I'm really excited. Thank you so much. This was such an intense episode.
Thank you so much. I'll do my other Gryffindor role after we do Murgle's shout out. Murgles?
Hello. Okay.
Okay, another 5 points for Gryffindor.
Hello. Sorry. Oh, right.
I got a 10. 10 points for Gryffindor.
Rigged.
Hello, I'm Murgles. I played Clementine Goosanders for you today. Oof. If you want to see me stream, I stream on Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays. I make animated film content. I'm making an animated film, so by hand. So that's pretty cool. If you're interested in that, you can come check me out. Thank you so much for having me. Oh, also, I'm on A State of Affairs this Saturday. It's, I believe, the last episode. So, gotta come catch it all. Thank you so much.
Okay, man.
I know.
Wait, why is it Pokemon?
I don't know. It just came out of my face.
Gonna catch it all.
Thank you, Murgles. Luxie.
Listen, I was a pretty useless sack of a person today, Rosalina, so you better use your freaking mind on this one. Yes, thank you very much.
You were so good today, Rosie.
Okay, all right. Rosie tried her best, but let's face it, she could use some... She can't cast a...
Yeah, but you were
diddly
so
damn
clutch.
spell.
I got a 9.
You were so clutch.
Thank you.
And last one. 7 for another 5 points for Hufflepuff.
Very
Sorry,
nice.
Rosie. Go,
No, you're fine. I
Lexi,
wanted
go
to know
ahead.
anyways.
Yeah.
We're the same. Hi, I'm Lexi Games. Hold on. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch and also a weirdo. So sorry about that, but I'm doing things. I'm streaming actually right after this. I'm playing Santa Craft. I don't know what it is. It was $3 and it's like Minecraft but tiny and it's all Christmas themed. And you know what? There isn't enough of holiday games. We need more Halloween and more Christmas games, so I'm playing that. Also a game called Calico where you can ride on a cat like a horse. So they were like, do you want a key to this? And I was like, is that a girl riding on a cat horse? Yeah, give it to me. So I'm gonna do that later. Also, I'm doing something really cool on the 19th at like 1 in the morning. I don't know if you're busy, but stick around and find out.
You have to tune in to Luxie's stream until the 19th at 1 a.m.
I meant like keep an eye on my Twitter, but if you want to just sit there,
Just park your butt there.
I appreciate the views. Thank you.
See what kind of raid rabbit hole you will go down over that time.
Do y'all ever leave it up and just see where you end up in the morning? Because I woke up this morning and I was like, who's this Jeff man?
Check it out. Figure it out. What could happen? Thank you, Luxie. I am Wax Steven. I have been your DM of Doom. I've dragged the players kicking and screaming through the adventure. Thank you, everybody, so much for hanging out with us. As always, chat, we appreciate you so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for spending your time with us. Thank you for the support and the love. We appreciate you so much. Thank you to Luxie. Thank you, Murgles. Thank you, Nega Oryx. Thank you, Zagonicus. And thank you, Colo, for being awesome role players. I appreciate you so much. Colo, we miss you, and hopefully we can have Colo back for the special. It's just going to depend on schedules and how she's feeling and stuff. But we'll see. We'll see what happens with that. You know, I don't want to put any pressure on her or anything. And, you know, if we can bring Colo back, we'd love to have her back. So we'll see. We'll see. Oh, the Slytherin rolls. You're right. I'm sorry. Thank you.
Hey, maybe while you roll for Slytherin, I could say thank you for an incredible story arc, Whack. We didn't get to say thank you for that. You're just going to go right into another one and not let us say thank you for the magical world of the briefcase?
Yeah.
Roll the 5. We do need Cornelia and
oh yeah, we exist.
And Lillian rolls.
Forgot.
Yeah. You got to try and save my horrible roll.
Got you. Come on, Lillian.
Oh man.
Yeah,
Listen.
a little bit.
Okay. So, yeah, that's okay. So it's staying at 175. All right. Sorry, Slytherins, you have fallen back into last place. Right at the end. I'm sorry. You were doing good. It's still really close.
You have that whole novel section to catch up on.
Still really close.
You're gonna do great.
It's still really close. I'm sorry.
I'm not sorry at all.
Oh. Wow.
Let's go Gryffindor.
Thank you, everybody, for hanging out with us so much. We appreciate you. And yeah, Thursday, Radioactive Dinosaurs. Friday, Rime of the Frost Maiden. Saturday, we've got the last episode of The State of Affairs. It's a crazy week. So thank you so much for joining us, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your Tuesday. Good night, everybody. Bye-bye.